Welcome student. Welcome student. We have discussed introduction in first module. In this second module, we are discussing common document required for international trading, and it is important in exam point of view. So focus on this. Because one major question will there. What are the common documents required for international marketing, or particular one document in exam will ask. So focus on this discussion. Focus on this discussion because this discussion is one important one. And you should understand what is the export. Export, it is what? Something which is going outside from country. Something that is product and that is service which is going outside. So I shown here the arrow, something which is going on going outside from the India, from the country. And import, it means something which is going coming in our India, coming in. So import is there and export is there. So the keyword is there. Export means going outside and import means coming inside. So these are the two keywords you must understand, export and import. And now discussion is as per the plan. But you must know what is the export and what is import. If you confuse, then please see the diagram and please see the explanation. So who involved in international marketing? Who involved? With exporter, these are the all bodies will involve in international marketing. These all body will involve in international marketing. 6 bodies are there, and then indirect bodies also there, and trade blocks are there. So first one is international banks will involve. For example, World Bank is there, will involve. Then some international banks having their branch in India and in USA, they also involve in the international trading. Then different trade blocks are there. Trade blocks, it means it is the combination of 2 or more countries coming together for international trade. So SAFTA is one, ASEAN is one, SAARC is one trade block, then NAFTA is one trade block. So, and European Union, one popular one, it is also one trade block. So trade block also having their role in international marketing. And then different banks, for example State Bank of India having branch outside the country also can involve in this. Then Punjab National Bank, then HDFC Bank, or any other bank which is multinational or international can involve in the international trade. And insurance company who having a policy of the insurance of the product, they can involve in international trade. Then particular government of that country also involve. If trading is going on between 2 countries, then government must involve. So these are the all 6 bodies involved in international marketing. Question may come. Who will involve? Who having the role in international trade? So these are the all 6 bodies having the role in international trade. And what are the documents required? And who prepare the document is one important. Who prepare the document, and purpose of billing is also one crucial. So these are the list of document and list of document having four bifurcation. So commercial document is there, then transport document is there, financial document is there, and government document is there. We'll discuss one by one. First one is a commercial document. Commercial document should prepare by importer as well as exporter. So quotation. So what should be the price? What should be the quantity exporting? Then what should be the quality? So exporter is having role in making quotation. Then sales contract, it is the contract between importer and exporter. So it is the agreement between importer and exporter about the product. So product must have quality and quantity, and then other all requirement, durability, and then natural characteristics that product must have, which mentioned in sales contract. So sales contract is the agreement between importer and exporter. Then pro forma invoice. So all information about the product, like dimension, value of the product, weight of the product, nature of the product, and it is designed by the exporter. So it is called pro forma invoice. And then commercial invoice. It is about the agreement, when to pay, how to pay, what is the way to pay, and it is the agreement of paying. So made by the exporter, commercial invoice made by the exporter. But how that importer, in which way that importer should pay, it is the condition in the commercial invoice. Then second is commercial document. Okay, it is continuous. Commercial document we are discussing. Inspection certificate, it is given by the inspection committee of the particular country from where you are exporting or one is exporting. Insurance policy is made by the insurance company in that particular country, or international insurance company can also involve in insurance policy. In insurance certificate is given by the insurance policy, and terms and conditions also mentioned in that insurance certificate, how and what will cover after accident. Product testing. Product testing is there before export, because product is right or wrong, health of the product is good or not. If in case of medicinal product, then health of the product is good or not. So it is also test in product testing by the inspection committee. And ATA carnet is acting like a passport of the goods. Passport of the goods, it means there may relief in the taxes, there may relief in tariff, there may relief in transportation cost, or there may relief in import cost also. So ATA carnet is made by the government also and exporter also. If exporter have authority, then exporter can make. Otherwise, it is the made by the exporter plus government. Then consular invoice. So through the consular, this invoice prepare as a commercial document. So this is the all commercial document. And then transport document, shipping order, dock receipt, bill of landing, house bill of landing, seaway bill, airway bill, house airway bill, shipping guarantee, and packing list. So this is the all document required in transport. Shipping order, by the importer, and shipping order must attach by the exporter, and shipping order also from the government of particular country or between the two country. Receipt of the dock at the import country, at the port of import country, dock receipt. So they mention they received the dock or they received the material. And bill of landing, it is a evidence. It is a evidence that material is reached at particular location which exporter want to send. Estimated location we can say. So bill of landing, it is the evidence of the landing. And house bill of landing, it means material is in custody. It is a house bill of landing. Then seaway bill, if product is going through seaway, then bill by the particular authority, seaway bill. Then airway bill, if bill going through the airway, then airway bill produced by the particular air cargo company. Then house airway bill, after receiving that bill, receiving that material at the particular location, estimated house, the bill provided by the received person, it is a house airway bill. Then shipping guarantee, in case of loss, shipping guarantee is the document given by the shipping company and document given by the exporter also. So in case of loss, importer can enjoy other material. So it is a shipping guarantee given by the particular cargo or particular ship or owner of the ship. Then packing list, it means what is the nature of the product, what is the manufacturing date, what is the expiry date, what is the packing date. The material is it means material is in crystal form or liquid form or physical form, or how that material you have to, or that importer should handle. It is all point cover in packing list. Then next document is financial document. So documentary credit, it means something which is उधारी जिसे बोला जाता है. तो डॉक्यूमेंट्री फॉर्म में उधारी लेना, getting credit in the form of document from that particular country where you are exporting that good, through any bank or through any guarantor. So it is a documentary credit. Standby credit is also there. For example, if you are exporting tea from India to any other country, then standby bill is like, if that material will reach that particular location, then that bill will confirm. Otherwise that bill will on the standby, and the standby, or we can say standby. So credit is on the standby position. And collection instrument, how to collect that product at that particular location or at importer position. Trust receipt, it is the receipt given by the importer and exporter also. So it is the trust between importer and exporter. So they are receiving the material and they are receiving the money. It is the exchange of material and money. So trust receipt is generally given by the importer. So I will pay your money after receiving your goods, or we can say it is pay on delivery, like that, trust receipt. A trust receipt is like a letter. So that importer must mention what is the quantity, what is the quality, and how much money one have to pay as a importer to exporter. Promissory notes. It is a negotiable instrument between exporter and importer. So promise for the particular goods. So this good will reach to your port in this on this day. So promissory notes is there in between exporter and importer, and bill of exchange is there. So bill of exchange is the draft by the exporter. So exchange of material versus material also, exchange of material versus money also. So from one direction material will go, and in other direction material will come, material can come or money can come. So it is a bill of exchange between importer and exporter. So it is a draft by the exporter. And this is the government document. This is the government document. Certificate of origin, from where that product is having its origin. For example, banana is there. If banana is there, so origin is Jalgaon Khandesh. You already know. Agra Petha is there. You know, origin is Agra. Kachori is there. Segaon Kachori is there. Origin is Segaon. Then tea is there. Origin is Assam and Himachal Pradesh. Then Banaras is Shalu is there. Origin is Banaras. Or diamond is there. Origin is Surat. Or any product is there. Origin is at that particular location. So certificate of origin must born by the government. Must born by the government to particular importer. So importer can understand, yes, origin of this good is this. And government also give import export license to exporter also and importer also, or trader. So it is the government document, import export license. It is also called IE license. And import export declaration. It is filled by the exporter. I will export this good, I will import this good, like that. But it is a declaration filled by the exporter or importer in the office of government. So it is also import export declaration. Then custom invoice. By setting the price, government can give the invoice by setting the price. For example, if you have a product, camera, and you already set the price 50,000, and government is looking it is not feasible, then government can set a price 45,000, because it will feasible to importer also and to exporter also. So custom invoice, it is about the declaration of the price. So it is about the government document. So these are the all document we have discussed in detail. In next lecture we'll discuss, if you required detail about this lecture and particular one document, then I will also provide the lecture for you student. So it is all about the list of document required for the export and import. So thank you very much, and subscribe and press the bell icon for best video which will come in the future. Thank you very much.